Yearling sales are measured by one criteria, the number of champion graduates it sells. The Lexington Selected Yearling sale stands alone. Year after year, horses like Some Beach Somewhere, Dewey Cheatham and Howe, Snow White.
Snow White is trotting home to a huge mile here at Lexington. It's all Snow White, and she is coming down to the finish, and Snow White will win it in hand, and Snow White scores in 1:52 and 4. Fastest mile ever by a 2-year-old trotter.
And countless others have gone on to win the classic races. This year's sale runs from October 13th through 17th at the Fasig-Tipton Sales Pavilion in Kentucky and is another collection of blue bloods. Catalogs are now available online for your viewing at lexingtonselected.com.
Harness Central today is back at Classy Lane Training Center. We're here with trainer Kevin O'Reilly to talk about some Australian connections he's got. You have an owner through Nifty Norman, Nevin Bodica from Perth, Australia, and he seems to be doing some damage over here these days, particularly with a horse you've got, Imperial Count. Tell us a little bit about this horse.
Yeah, he's a horse that, well, Nevin actually picked him out himself. He kind of liked his breeding, and Nifty trained him down there in the winter in Jersey, and he said he was always nice. He was just kind of a go-along. You really don't know he's around. He just kind of does his thing, and and he's not a great trainer. He just goes out and does his job, but he seems to be starting to step up race day, which is kind of a nice sight.
Right. Now, this Nevin Bodica, who North Americans really wouldn't know, is best known for Sundawn's Gift.
Yep.
One of the best trotters ever to come out of the Southern Hemisphere, competed in the Elite Lot, won over $1 million. He's a businessman with fingers in a lot of pies, from what I understand, and great mates with Brett Pelling.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how a lot of things started. I think he bought a piece of Cam's Fool there too a few years back, and they took him down to Australia and raced him, and then he come back to North America here, and he loves the racing, Nevin, and he's interested in racing here and in the States, so he's just put a little bit of money up, and he's having some luck, and good luck to him. We need more like him.
Imperial Count, he's got around $135,000. He's a gold winner, 2-year-old, son of Angus Hall. I guess, how do you feel about him overall as we're getting well into the season now?
Yeah, he's getting more and more. We just schooled him here last Friday because he's got another gold next week in Flamborough, and Conran said that's the best he's been all year. So soundness-wise, he seems good, and he seems to be kind of waking up as a racehorse now, and he's able to leave the gate a little bit, and barring something going wrong, he's going to last the year fine, and and he's a pretty sound horse. So I think he's in pretty good shape, this horse.
Right now, what do you think about that class?
Buck and Bay not being around helps a whole lot. But other than that, there's some nice colts in there, but I wouldn't trade him for too many because he's been getting off the gate good lately, and he's not being aggressive. Once you leave with him, he'll come back to your 2 fingers. And it's. I think Buck and Bay, when he's around, he is maybe a step above all of us, but the rest of us, it's kind of a race for thereabouts to see who can be there on the day, maybe.
Coming back to Nevin Bodica, he's also got an Andover Hall filly out of Beat the Wheel, who's I think made $175,000 and it looks pretty nice too. Does it sound like he's going to be shopping again this fall?
Yeah, he's already been looking, and he's looking at all the catalogues, and he's on the phone. He's interested, which is great. He really takes an interest in it, and even the time difference with Australia, he can sit there in the afternoon and watch his horse race here, North American time at night. So. And it's great, Yeah, he will be spending some more money, though, this year.
It is interesting. We're starting to see the Australians coming up into the yearling market. We had Emilio Rosati by the Sister to Well Said last year for $300,000, and they're putting their toe in the water.
Yeah, they are now, and it's, the way things are, the world's a small place now. It's not a big deal to get to Australia or, to get a horse from here to Australia or vice versa, and even for these owners, these owners that have some money, it's not a big deal to get on a plane and come to North America and watch their horse race.
And talking about yearling sales, as soon as we finish here, you're on the road going to Sealster Farms to have a look at some yearlings and other places before the weekend. You're a yearling buyer. What's your take on the sales? I mean, how are you going to play it particularly?
Yeah, it's hard. You've got to do your homework and look at a lot of horses, because a lot of the times the one you want, everybody wants him. So, I think there's a lot of $20,000 to $30,000 horses out there that can make a good living but you've just got to do your homework and cover some miles and look at these horses, and don't just look at them once. You need to see them 2 or 3 times, and just, keep your options open.
Are you in agreement the horse you need to buy in the next few weeks has got to be significantly better than the horse you were buying 5 years ago?
Absolutely, yeah. This has got it so much tougher now, and and that's a good frontier. We're getting some better stallions here, and the breeding's getting better. But yeah, you do need, you need a much better horse now than you did 5 years ago.
Buyer's market or seller's market?
Hoping for a buyer's market.
Well, we know that.
But I still think the right horses will sell for the right money, and it's those middle ones there that you've got to do your homework, and maybe you can pick one out of there for 20 to 30 that can, step up and do the job. But I do think, maybe it is still a buyer's market this year, though.
Okay, well, good shopping, Kev.
Thanks, Harold.
Congratulations on a pretty good year, too.
Yeah, we're doing okay. So.
All right. This is Harold Howe with Kevin O'Reilly giving you the Harness Racing Edge.